Hello, and welcome to another Angry unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the 9K33 OSA. OSA was one of the first mobile SAM sites which also had its own missiles and radar packaged up on top of one vehicle. Basically, it's just a BAZ 5937 with 9M33 missiles mounted, which had a range of roughly 10 kilometers, with a 1S51M3 radar, which could track aircraft at about 30 kilometers. It entered into service in 1971, and like with a lot of Soviet equipment, would end up being mass-produced and exported onto the foreign market. It would be used by the Poles, East Germans, Cuba, Syria, Iraq, etc. It also participated in a variety of wars, such as the Syrian Civil War, as well as this current war which is going on between Russia and Ukraine, with both sides actually using the OSA system. In-game, the 9K33 OSA is a 30-point anti-aircraft unit available to the Soviet Union, and also the East Germans. And it has a singular weapon, and that weapon being the 9M33 missile, with 4 missiles available. It has a range of 2.8 against helicopters, 2.3 just about against aircraft, 35% accuracy, and 7 high explosive power. They're not the most accurate missiles, but they have pretty decent range, especially against helicopters, and also pack a decent punch. Down to the miscellaneous stats, it has no armor whatsoever, 10 HP, medium size, very good air detection with a speed of 80 km off-road and 150 km on the road, poor stealth, a great autonomy, and also it's an amphibious and a quite fast amphibious unit at the end. In battle, the baseline OSA is quite an underrated unit, I have to say. If we compare it to the AK or AKM OSAs, yes, you don't have that range against aircraft or as good accuracy, but you actually have a big buff, and that's you're not a radar anti-aircraft piece. You don't have to give a crap about seed. I mean, you're not going to be able to shoot down seed planes with the accuracy and the range of the baseline OSA, but it's one less thing you have to micromanage. Compared to the Strela, it is kind of better in a way. I mean, it's cheaper, and you do have better range, but once again, that accuracy definitely screws you over. And even compared to the Shilka, that extra range helps out quite a lot. And because this is such a cheap anti-aircraft unit at only 30 points, you're really making up for the accuracy through volume of fire, because you can get quite a lot of these. You can get 2 of these for the price of one OSA AKM, and they still have the same range against helicopters. And with that 7 high explosive power, you will really bugger up helicopters if you do manage to get that lucky hit. This is a very vulnerable anti-aircraft piece, as you have no armor whatsoever, but you do have armor in speed. As you are quite fast, you can relocate it quite quickly, and the amphibious trait is also a nice little bonus. It does require a lot of resupply, as you're going to go through a lot of missiles, where most of them do miss. And yes, you're going to get a lot of misses. I think the accuracy is the main downside of the OSHA. But you got to realize, for 30 points, if you take like 2 to 3 regular OSAs to shoot down an Apache longbow, you've still paid yourself off in regards to price efficiency. And I think we don't really see a lot of the cheaper anti-aircraft units, as there's a bigger focus on the more expensive pieces, as you do need that little bit of extra reliability. But I think having a small, cheaper, spammier anti-aircraft net also has, well, use in game. I think it's a bit harder to maintain because you do have to go through more supplies as you're shooting more missiles, but it's also idiot proof. I mean, you don't have to worry about bloody seed or of this OSA, which is quite nice. Overall, the baseline OSA is not a terrible unit really. For 30 points, you're getting that 2.8 anti-helicopter range, which is pretty much ideal, as the most scary helicopters have 2.8 kilometer missiles, like an Apache longbow. It's definitely a hard unit to justify taking, because the support tab is already quite competitive, as you're having to buy artillery units on top of anti-aircraft units, and of course uses from like Tunguskas and Buks or Tors, usually one very good anti-helicopter unit and then one very good anti-airplane unit. But if you do have the slots available, especially if you're playing a support deck, I think the regular OSA is a pretty good unit to have on the battlefield. Yes, it will eat through ammo, yes, it will die quite quickly, yes, it will miss, but all it needs to do is hit once, and they have to dodge every missile. And well, I'm gonna leave it off at that. This has been another Rang Rouge unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and usual, please just take it easy.